WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, ESPN 790 AM with Colin Coward and The Herd, weekday mornings from 9 a.m. till noon.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we roll into our 14th year on the air. Great show today. Following Jessie Duff. Jessie, our own young lady from Olive Branch, Mississippi, who is just a world-class pistol shooter. And this kind of fell into place because I know this next guest she is busy. I can't even pronounce the place she's going to next.
But she shoots shotguns.
Yeah,
so
now you know shotguns.
I'm into
Bill,
this.
Bill Cooksey can handle the shotguns.
Plus, we have a poster from this lady
you do.
over at the duck camp.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So,
yeah.
You were bragging about posters. Well,
yeah.
We have one from the next guest at the duck camp.
I have a poster that, she was on that, her and John Wayne share something together here, if I'm not mistaken. So, but let's talk to our good friend Kim Rhode. Good morning, Kim.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. And Kim Rhode, of course, you folks know out there, 5-time Olympian. She's going, can't wait for Rio. But where are you going next, Kim? Tell our listeners.
Well, I'm actually heading in a couple days to Azerbaijan, which is a place over by Iran and Russia. It's really kind of not a good area right at the moment, but about 22 hours by plane to get there.
And you will be, is that a competition place? I mean, you're not going there on vacation, I know.
I'm definitely not going on vacation, but we have a World Cup that's being held in Azerbaijan, and it's actually an Olympic qualifier. So it's a very important match as we lead up to this next Olympics.
22-hour flight. That's
at least. It's several flights in there, but it totals about 22 hours.
Wow. I've done that, and it's no fun.
No. I don't want to do that. Break it up. I'll fly to Vegas or something. But that's it. But Kim, got so many things I could talk to you about. You've been on the show before many times. Talk about your Olympic experience and things along that line. But you recently took part in something that is a real honor for someone to be the flag bearer for the USA. Tell our listeners out there about the experience from the Pan American Games in Toronto, and you also got a chance to do a little shooting there. So tell about the experience of being a part of that.
Well, the Pan American Games is an incredible event. It's kind of like a mini Olympics by, I think, a lot of people kind of take it that way. It's incredible. We have all the sponsors and the people and the crowds, and it's just an incredible event. And I had the honor of the 650-some athletes voting me to carry the flag for the United States into the opening ceremonies, which is a huge honor. And all the years I have been shooting and competing in all the Olympics and the Pan American Games, it was a first for me. So it was a very cherished moment. And it's one of those things that kind of hits you. It's like one of those podium moments when you're standing up there and you have all the emotions hitting you at once. But it was a huge honor and very humbling, but at the same time, really kind of made me want that gold going into the competition, which I was able to not only tie the world record, but break the Pan American game record and walk away with the gold medal. So an incredible event for me all the way around, as well as having my teammates walking behind me into that stadium and, carrying the red, white, and blue. It doesn't get much better. It's
been since 1975 since someone in shooting has carried that flag. And so that's, and I can go back and look at some of these other, Ann Myers, Jim Abbott, the pitcher that didn't have an arm and things like that, and some of these other ones that have been there. And look up, and there's Kim Rhode 2015. And then to step right back and start right off and come up with the a world record of 74 of 75 targets during qualification, then 16 of 16, and then drop only 1 of 16 targets to win the gold. I mean, what a time.
It was an incredible event. And what people don't realize is actually prior to the event, we have 3 rounds that we shoot for official training. And I actually ran those rounds as well. So out of the 3 rounds prior and the 3 rounds in the match and including the final, I only dropped 2 targets. So over a 2-day period. So I was super happy. It's a great thing to have leading up to this next Olympics.
Hey, and you got to celebrate your birthday right before you went, right?
There you go, saying I'm getting old now.
No. I'm not saying you're getting old. You just had a birthday again. I forgot to send you a card, because what a way to celebrate your birthday. Jessie Duff she has her 30th birthday next week. I'm just amazed, Kim, you have kept yourself in the condition to when you think back to when you were, 13 years old? I mean, when your world championship at 13, your first Olympic game was when? When was that?
My first Olympics was in '96. I was actually 16 when I went to my first Olympics and turned 17 at the Olympics. Had my birthday there as well. So it's been an incredible run. I have to say, it's been a challenge. I think this coming Olympics, my biggest challenge has been, being a mom.
Yes.
Overcoming having my son and trying to get back into shape. And it's been a real challenge. I think, as any parent will say, those little ones keep us on our toes for sure.
Yes. And how old is Carter now?
My son is 2.
2?
And, he's getting big.
Wow.
He's getting big. It's amazing how time flies.
Yeah, I remember you've been on right after he was born on the show here, and now he's 2 years old and have a chance to do this. Again, we're talking to Kim Rhode out of California.
I have a shooting question.
She's ready. Now's your chance.
Most of us in America, when we think of clay targets, trap and skeet, we're thinking rounds of 25 and scoring rounds of 100 and that sort of thing. And you all shoot a different game. Can you talk just a little bit about that so people understand? Because it's a mind blower if you ever step up to one of those machines for the first time.
Right. Well, there's a big difference between the American style and the international style of shooting. We compete in the international style of shooting, which means the targets are being thrown faster. The targets are reinforced with more clay. We have to start with the gun at our hip. When we call pull, the bird can come out the second we call pull, or up to 3 seconds anywhere at random. And we actually throw the game differently than in American skeet. So, for example, in American skeet, you would get on station 1 a high, a low, and a double. And in international, we don't get any easy incoming targets. So we only get on station 1 a high and a double. And we continue with the doubles all the way around, even on the outside stations, which normally in American skeet, you would only get a single high or a single low. So it is very much more challenging, but also more difficult because of the speed and the way that they're throwing the targets.
Wow. Does that answer your question right
there? Oh, yeah. I'd be shooting 2 high ones.
You would be shooting 2 high ones?
Not 2 low eights.
Can I join you? Because if we had our say, I'm sure we would say the same thing. But, this is the competition and the way the game's thrown, so we have to go with what the refs want.
Right.
Well, I know that a remarkable career. Only American to have 5 individual medals, trying to become just the 3rd women in Olympic history to win medals in 6 Olympic Games, which is hard to believe for mine. Rio's getting closer, Kim.
It is. It's coming up quick, I tell you. It just seems like yesterday we just got done with London. But,
yes.
That's one thing I think with each Olympics is it just keeps getting faster and faster, and they kind of blend together, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that you dealt to get to Rio, and once you get to Rio, I mean, the London and Rio are so different climatic changes there that to me, you had all sorts of weather. We just watched the British Open. I hope they never have the Olympics in St. Andrews because the weather was 40-mile-an-hour wind and things like that. I think Rio will be a little bit better weather conditions and things along that. But those things people don't realize. Not just the mental aspect of the game, but there's the physical aspect in there, Kim.
Yes, that's something I think people don't realize is that we only stop our match if there's lightning. And it's one of those things where we have to shoot in the rain, the wind, the snow, and those are things that we actually train for to try to be more prepared. I know in Beijing at the Olympic Games there, it was pouring almost monsoonal type rain in the middle of our match, and they don't stop it. We have to continue and still perform under those types of conditions, and it's very much the same with wind and lighting. You see a lot of us pay really heavily attention to our glasses and into the clothing and attire that we're wearing, trying to minimize it as much as we can for the type of conditions that we're being, put in.
What about the technical changes here, Kim, in your years, 5 Olympics? What about the technical? You just mentioned the apparel, the glasses, and things along that line. Those are so important. I know your shotgun is important, but the mental aspect that you have to deal with. What about the technical changes you've had to come through?
Well, I equate it a lot to like golf. When you go out, and you're golfing, the different heads, different clubs, different shoes, different types of grass, different types of lighting, and, every course you play is different and unique in its own right. It's very much the same for us. So we're looking at our glasses and what's going to make that target pop off the background or give us the most advantage in that aspect. When it comes to our attire, we're trying to wear, enough to keep us warm or enough to keep the wind out, but not block us from getting our gun all the way up to our shoulder and to our face. So, there's a lot of technical aspects in there that come along with our gun mounts, our glasses, our, environment, and the conditions that we're being put under that you don't necessarily see or would consider unless you're a shooter.
Well, I know as we let you go, and thank you for taking time in between 22-hour plane flights that you've got in and just got back from Toronto and everything. I always like to throw this in at the end. Kim, advice for young people out there, young women out there that are would like to get into this sport?
The best advice I could give, and something that's really, stuck with me is, perseverance. Just never give up. I've had numerous people tell me that my career was washed up and that I was done, and I've proved them wrong again and again. So if I can do it, they can do it, and just have a goal and a dream and really stick with it. If you want it bad enough, you can definitely achieve it.
Well, I don't think in our 14 years on the air that I've ever asked this, but I want to applaud you, Kim Rhode, and all of us in the studio here for representing our country in such a remarkable way. And I had to watch the Pan American Games just to see you with that flag. I didn't really understand the entertainment deal that they did before that when they were all running around on the stage out there. But but to see you with that flag, it goes. We've never met personally, but I feel like I know you from this radio show, and I got goosebumps seeing you do that. So congratulations on your career, and nothing but the best for you, Kim, as you keep going forward, okay?
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Give Carter a hug for us, too, okay?
I will. I will definitely do that.
And belated happy birthday, Kim. I'm sorry, okay? All right.
No, that's fine.
All right. Thank you, girl.
I'm
Have
21, right?
You're 21,
no,
and I'm
kidding.
24. That's right. Yeah, okay. Have a great one.
It was my 36th birthday.
That's
so
it.
I will say it was 21.
Keep going, Kim. I don't care. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so
Let's
much.
take a break
Bye.
on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll come back, and Ron Wong's going to fill us in on ICAST, and Bill Cooksey can ask him questions because I'm just overcome with Jesse Duff and Kim Rhode back to back.
Hey,
Okay,
I gotta tell you,
be right back.
two all-stars.
Yes, we'll be right back.
Absolutely.
ESPN 790.
Can find